All right, I am super excited. We are now finally part of the Season 2 Battle Pass, and I thought it would be great to look through everything with you guys and check out all of the goodies and excitement that comes with it. First and foremost, I noticed, obviously, there's some new modes in here, as I talked about in previous videos, like Last Spartan Standing, which is the 12-player free-for-all battle royale mode. We also have a new thing called the Rumble Pit, which is a mix of Slayer and other free-for-all games. That's kind of interesting. King of the Hill finally makes its return back to Halo. Hold the Hill, hail to the king. Very, very, very excited for this. What I wanted to do was take a look at the Season 2 rewards with you. Now, I did pick up the Premium Battle Pass, of course. So I have the cheap one. I think there's like a super, like the one that gives you like 25 levels. I just got the basic one. Lone Wolves. Cortana's domination has ended, but the merciless forces of the Banished have rushed to fill the void, decimating all who stand in their way. Spartan Commander Argania has enlisted a new generation of Spartans and is preparing them to face the Banished, and perhaps even more dangerous foes. But a few scattered Spartans remain in the field. These Spartans are rugged and resourceful, hunters in the dark, and they call themselves the Lone Wolves. And we actually have a cinematic. I have not yet seen this. Super excited. We're going to watch it together. Season 2 Introduction. This is very, very interesting. This kind of reminds me, without even knowing what it's going to be, this kind of reminds me of all of the Spartan Ops stuff in Halo 4 that was kind of just a little bit beyond. So let's go ahead and check it out together.
Medic, on me. Yes, ma'am.
At least they upgraded the first aid kits in this. Oh.
They aren't hostiles. They're wolves. Back from the hunt.
Okay, that's pretty badass. Ship's all like smoldering. Beaming down the injured. Got all that great Forerunner tech now that we stole from Onyx. Embedded into the machine.
I'll have to pull the chip.
No! Do that, he dies. And we lose everything he risked his life for.
New name Spartans, huh? Okay. I'm excited. Hey, there I am on the left. That's me.
We were on a recon op.
Except I'm missing my flaming armor.
Banished activity at the old UNSC fleet depot on Gamba.
The one the Covenant destroyed in 42.
Mm-hmm. The Banished brought it back online. Added their own shipbreaking gear. We spent 2 days watching them cut apart one of our cruisers. Then
That's so cool they inject your Spartan in the cutscene. That's really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like something he would say.
Got a good link.
Okay, show me. Eklund, what exactly did Spartan Din put inside his head?
A banished AI. The first
Oh, banished AI?
Has ever seen.
Who dares to change the mighty Aratus?
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Your bodies at feast on the bone.
How did you find it?
It found us. Dean's opportunity was a gap in their security protocols. We went in and...
And I attacked. Weaklings, cowards! You will beg for mercy before the
I love the primitive AI. That's so amazing.
Out of their shipyard, hijacked that Phantom. But the AI followed. Tried to offline the Phantom's engines, locked down its flight controls.
So Din gave it a more attractive target.
One more thing. He made me promise to show you this, no matter what. It's guarding an archive. The entire Banished operation on Camber.
Oh.
Whatever they were trying to learn, it's in here. And maybe a whole lot more.
I wonder where the banished got AI though. Wow. That's cool. You know, and not all AI are created equal, of
stable.
course.
Barely. We gotta get that thing
That
back
Achilles AI was very dangerous to Spartans, for example.
carefully. And then get it to tell us everything it knows.
Everything. Halo Infinite Lone Wolves Season 2. Oh my god, let's go. That's cool. I'm in. I was already in, but I'm in. You know what I mean? It's cool to see your Spartan in the cutscenes. It's cool to see all these wonderful things. So we got to see the Lone Wolves cinematic. And now we're presented with the Lone Wolves Season 2. We got a little bit of time, boys and girls, to knock this out. All the way through November 8th. That's a long time. So we have the Premium Battle Pass, which I will look at in just a second. And we also have an event that is currently going on. So the event is got unique event challenges. And here you can see some of the rewards we can get here. Looks like some new AI colors, a new stance. I like that. I like that coating a lot. That's really cool looking. Oh, wow. This looks like something out of like... It's very cyberpunky, right? Steampunk, where you have these big metal pieces with very rugged lines. I like that a lot. Some new armor plates. Some new body chest plates here. Sniper rifle skin, the Onyx Timberwolf. Oh, this looks like a hybrid-y stormtrooper, something out of like Fallout maybe. That is very, very, very cool. And then the level 10 will be the attachment, which gives you this insane looking kind of night vision-y goggles. That's going to be fun to work through. Now that is a special event going on. So we got some time to chip our way through that. Over onto the regular Battle Pass. This is the one that's going to last through for a while. Right off the bat, legendary kill effect, which is really cool. That's something that I'm really glad to see 343 continues to embrace. As fun as the customization is of getting a Spartan with your favorite armor and your best skins and everything, it's cool to leave your mark on the battlefield. That looks awesome. Right now, I think everybody's got the skull that was, I believe, it was either level 80 or 100 reward in the Season 1 Battle Pass, but it'll be nice to start getting into some of the new stuff. We got a new charm, the Lone Wolf charm, lots of new armor pieces. Something I'm noticing off the bat, and I'm very happy about, is we're getting good rewards pretty much at almost every drop. There was a lot of currency and challenge swaps and double XP tokens. It seems like we're getting away from that. And I did say, actually, there's currency. So this will go towards your kitty for rewards that you want or to buy the battle pass for the next go around. That is very, very, very cool. I'm very excited that they have started that. I also read that they are going to work on getting rid of the Armored Core system at some point. Clearly not anytime soon, because you're going to be unlocking the new one at level 6, which looks awesome. We saw a little bit of a teaser of it on the other battle pass, but it's cool to see that they're continuing to kind of think outside the box with some of, more unique armor skins and stuff. That's a really, really cool skin there for your hog. Rear utilities looks like some sort of guided rail. They call it a utility rip rail. I like that. It's a nice distinction from a gun or from, a lot of times we see knives. It's cool to see like utility pouches and packs and stuff. Here we got some skins, some helmets. What's this? Is this an emblem? It's a cool looking emblem for the side of your weapon. Different kinds of armor padding. Is that tape? It's a little piece of tape there. So this is like what, like hobo armor? It's well-used armor, okay? Not everything has to be shiny and pretty. You can have scuff marks and pieces of tape on it. I'm fine with that. Let's blow through some more of these. We got a new AI color, High Charity. That looks cool. I love the different armor coatings. This got a nice camo look to it. You could see the camo there. I think it's one of the first camos that we've actually seen. Most of the armor cores and coatings are one skin. Now, the armor core you saw me in the cutscene with was the crossover event with the nail polish, so you have that sparkly effect. Most of the time, your armor is very single colored, though, with just different accents. Like the Sentinels, for example, is the white with the red arm. It's cool to see them actually adding different sorts of textures and patterns to the armor directly. Excited for that. There you got a really cool, the infamous O in Halo. You got a charm there. We got some new chest plate pieces. That looks really, really cool. I like the inclusion of some of the red ripcord and zip lines to kind of hold it together as well. I could see the concept already starting to form of this kind of lone wolf mentality that you're like almost out on the field, right? And you're just kind of salvaging gear to get by. So I'm definitely already seeing that vibe. And I'm very, very excited for, getting in here and starting to unlock all this stuff with you guys. And hopefully, if AT&T gets off their ass and gets fiber installed, I'll be streaming a significantly amount more because I'll actually have a better internet connection. All my videos, unfortunately, now have to be basically recorded locally, then uploaded, and it takes forever and a day to get everything out to you guys. That's why this video is coming out so much later than I wanted it to, but it's okay. I think it's well worth the wait. Here we have the Searing Wind AI color, extremely bright. Wow, it looks like McDonald's colors. I don't know if I want to be using that on the battlefield, particularly in big team battle if I'm trying to ninja. One of the side points, I feel like that's going to stick out really, really, like maybe a little too much of a statement. Although it could be really cool if you want to just stake your claim and say, look, I was here. And we're just hitting 50 now. I love the armor sets when they do. I just had mentioned the Sentinel's armor, the white with the red. I love when we get non-symmetrical armor. That looks really, really cool. That's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Here's the new AI that we're going to get to know, Iratus, who is the first ever banished, created, or hijacked AI. I'll be very curious to see kind of what their goal is. Now, UNSC, obviously no stranger to AI. That's an amazing armor color as well. Wow. Obviously, Cortana, kind of the most famous one, but there are many, many, many others, particularly in the books, like the Halo lore, and some of the... well, that's really cool. Some of the Halo lore and extended universe. AI is not easy to create, though. Now, of course, the UNSC, the best and brightest minds in all the world. It's be interesting to see how the Banished actually pulled that off. I'm curious to see if there's some more history on that. That'll be cool to explore. I am really digging this armor with all these coils and looks like, tanks with like different tubes that run around. You could see a tube here that actually coils all the way around the waist and loops all the way back around over here. Kind of, honestly, they could have just connected it here, but it's cooler when you have it. Don't make sense of the logic behind it. Just enjoy it for what it is, okay? Very, very, very cool. I am really glad to see fresh new content in such abundance. I mean, maybe in a week or two, we'll all be complaining by saying there's nothing left to do because we've all blown through the battle pass. I'm sure I'm going to go through it at a rapid rate because I love Halo so much. There's your Halo 1 med kit. Also, a little Easter egg, if you watch the latest episode of the Halo TV show, they actually had that med kit in there. I thought that was a nice nod. And here, is this the med kit? Actually, if you want to cosplay as a medic, you can have your field med pack on your hip. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I'm really glad though that we're starting to get some fresh content again. I hope that, I know that 343, promised this live service, and we really didn't get to see a lot of that. I mean, their content kind of came out at a very slow, sputtering pace, and a lot of us chewed through it very quickly. The weekly rewards themselves weren't always that great. Those are cool. But, the reality is, I know it's Growing Pains. They know better. I'm not going to give them a free pass on the Growing Pains, but this is very impressive stuff. This armor is very different than anything we've seen. And I love the mythic stuff that they did in Master Chief Collection. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that. Played through that content and thoroughly enjoyed it, as a matter of fact. This is a different kind of cool. This is a more realistic, you're kind of like you're on your last rope salvaging together things. That's kind of how I feel about this armor set. And it's got a very, well used look to it. It's something that we're not used to seeing. It feels like it's something you earned almost. That's a very interesting shoulder pad. That would actually look really cool. Well, I don't know with the way they do stupid armor cores. Okay, so this is only on the new armor core. That would look amazing with the armor core that they have for George with that big metal plate on his arm. You would have basically 2 metal plates on your left shoulder. That would be really cool to see those crossed over. And I'm curious as to when 343 is actually going to be able to put this all together in terms of eliminating armor cores. I think when you start getting stuff like this on different types of Spartans, I think you're going to see some really creative concepts out there. And I think they kind of learned their lesson on the sense that maybe, that wasn't the best idea, gating all that content. And it unfortunately took them a while to get there, but hey, here we are. That looks really cool. So here's a kit that they're adding. This is new Spartan Dan. This is the guy or gal, I assume guy, who had the AI that basically stole the AI. So it looks like they're still doing kits in the game, which is fine. I hope that the kit... Oh, spade. That is so cool. An entrenching tool. I hope that with the armor kits, they allow you to have this as a base blueprint, though, and be able to start changing things. We'll see if that's what they ultimately end up with, or if they're going to keep it like the other kits where it's basically you can't touch. It is what it is. Here we have a new mythic effect, the Hunt Master's Trail. So you get this really cool hexagon-y, behind you as you jump, run, slide, and boost, which looks like a lot of fun. Level 100. Wow, look at that. The Skull Bearer Trophy. Now, this is cool. This does not look like something a Spartan would wear. This looks like something a Banished would wear, of skull of a deceased enemy. Looks to be an elite based on the way the jaws are laid out here. That looks really, really, really cool. I love the ropes that go through the eye socket to hold it into place. And it's got a very interesting look to it. That is a very cool high-end reward. Here you have a shield node for a level 100 reward. I haven't seen much in the way of wrist armor in this, so I'm curious to see if that trend continues as we go through the pass. And then here is the other armor. So at level 100, you're going to get some insanely cool looking shoulder pieces. Very, very, very exciting for all of that in Season 2. And just like all of the other Halo seasons, they have unfortunately continued the challenge system. Here we have challenges which don't look too bad, just looking through them. Killing enemy Spartans with headshots, getting quick play, killing 2 enemies quickly, back whacks, defending zone. The hardest thing will be, as of all the challenges continue to remain, is getting those challenges to actually hit, like getting the map to play them. It's so incredibly annoying when you need a stronghold match and you get 3 or 4 CTFs in a row. So curious to see if that has been improved slightly. But the ultimate this week is a new stance, which I think everybody is going to be interested. I know I am. So on top of working through your challenges, obviously wanting to get this cool new set of armor and all the attachments, you're going to be working your way through to get the stance. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. I'm very excited to see where this all goes and to play through some of the new content and to check out some of the new modes. I will have tons of videos in the coming weeks talking about what I love, what I hate, and everything in between. So if you are a fan of Halo stuff, then you know this is a great time to jump back in, check out the Season 2 content, play through the new event, check out the new stuff. There's a lot of wonderful things going on in the world of Halo, and I am so, so glad that Season 2 is finally upon us. So with that, I am wrapping up this video for today. I am going to dive in, and I will be back later in the week to talk about some of the goodness that I have experienced so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.